Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very well. And if you're on holiday at the moment in the festive period, I hope you're having a good time with your family and your friends. Not eating too much turkey and all that. Well, turkey's probably all right, actually. It's quite lean. It's quite good for you. It's all that other junk that we eat that helps us put on the pounds. I went to France for 5 days. I put on 2.5, 3 kilos in 5 days. These patisseries and viennoiseries, you know, these pan au chocolats and pan au raisins and croissants and stuff that I have for breakfast every day. I have at least a couple for breakfast every day. They ain't good. They ain't good for your belly. I'm on a week's crash course of exercise and eating healthy, and I'll see where I am in the new year. Anyway, guys, another transfer video for you today. Today we're talking about Finley Gorman. Now, I did a video recently about a kid called Claudio Echeverri. Go and check that out after you've watched this. But Finley Gorman, he's a little bit younger. Echeverri's, I think, 17, going to be 18 soon. And so he'll be almost ready for City, as is. Now, Finley Gorman is only 15 years old. He's an attacking midfielder, and he's coming from Leeds to City in a deal rumoured to be about £1.2 million. Apparently, I think it's the highest, it's a record fee for a kid his age. And as I said, it's an attacking midfielder. I think he's passed his medical. Long contract's been signed, probably 4 or 5 years. And he reminds me, I was watching, obviously, as whatever I could find on YouTube. There's not a lot, because of his age, there's not a lot out there. That Claudio Echeverri video I did, does quite a few videos about him playing for River, a little bit for the River Plate, for the kids side there. I think for the Argentinian under-17s, I think he was playing for. You can see the video, you can go out and see it. But when a kid's only 15 years old, there's not much in terms of video out there. You've got to look at stats and figures and whatever footage there is. Now, I saw a report back in October linking us with this kid. Who was in the Yorkshire Evening Post, or the Yorkshire Post, the Yorkshire paper based in Leeds, talking about City's interest in this guy. And then other people have come along and said, hey, we spotted him first, or we with their exclusives. Who cares? You know, other people came out in November, and started talking about him a bit more. And it looks like, as I said, he's passed his medical, long contract signed, £1.2 million deal. Now, one of the reports I read said by September the 9th, by September the 5th or something, he played 9 games for the under-16s and the under-18s at Leeds. And he had 20 goals and assists. You heard me right. 20 goals and assists in 9 games. Okay. Now, if you're that good, you know, at that age, you're going to shine in at under-16s and even on the under-18 side. You are going to shine. But that's a lot of goals, a lot of assists in only 9 games, more than 2 a game. And I think in his under-18s debut, he scored 2 goals. As I said, not a lot of footage available on YouTube. But from what I saw, it looks like he's got a wonderful left foot. Now, he reminds me of Cole Palmer, McAtee, those kids. He really does remind me of them, except he's 15 and, you know, Palmer's 21, McAtee's 19 or 20 or whatever, 19, I think, 20. And they were much more developed when we saw them coming through. This kid is going to require a little bit of time. I think he'll join. He'll hopefully, it'll be any moment now. He'll start with us in January, and he'll play with the EDS, and we'll see what he's like. We'll get a chance to watch a bit more footage of him when he's playing for City. Now, that 7-figure fee, that £1.2 million, it's believed to be a British record. Leeds obviously didn't want to see him go. They did not want to see him go because he's a fantastic talent. As I said, an attacking midfielder. He played for the England under-16s. He played for them earlier this season. He was only 14 years old. Only 14 years old. As I said, talking about that under-18 fixture, he holds the record of being the youngest player to score twice in a Premier League under-18s fixture. He was still 14 years and 326 days old. Okay. Anyway, if you do go out, you can see bits and pieces of him on social media. Videos of him apparently gone viral. Obviously lots. Once the link was there, well, once he was banging in goals and loads of goals and getting these assists, then people wanted to see video of him. They wanted to, know a bit more about him. And obviously, when the link came with City, it was a no-brainer that everybody would want to go and look at what this kid has done. He hasn't signed a professional contract. He'll be on schoolboy terms, I believe, or something like that. So what are his chances? Honestly, guys, there's no point hyping him up too much yet. We haven't seen enough of him. We haven't seen him playing for the EDS. I mean, it'd be amazing if he's playing for the EDS at 15. If he's, I think you're allowed to, or 15 or 16, whatever, this season or next season will be with the EDS. That will be interesting. We'll be able to get a better idea of what he's like, a better gauge of how good he is and what his potential might be. As I said, he reminds me of McAtee, and he reminds me of Cole Palmer with that left foot of his. Looks like, again, good close control, a bit of a dribbler. And I think, once again, he's young enough to be able to adapt to play anywhere across that front line. If it was Pep would have him on the right, cutting in. But I think equally he can play, I think anybody at that age can be molded into various different positions. He'll be flexible to play on the left, on the right. Maybe it's a false nine, maybe supporting a second striker, maybe in the striker himself. I don't know if that's a possibility, because he's still got some growing to do. He's only, as I said, 15 years old. He's still got a bit of growing. He might grow another 3 or 4 more inches. I might be a bit of a unit. Might have so there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of unknowns with this kid, Finley Gorman. About making it, we just don't know. It's far, far too early. We've seen so many classy kids come to City and they never made it. Remember Patrick Roberts? I thought he was mint. What's he doing now? Is he at Sunderland? Can't remember. He for me, chickened out and went off. He came from Fulham, I think, for £5 million. Went off to Celtic on loan for 18 months. Came back. Pep was here. He didn't want to stay. He went back to Celtic for 12 months and then I think he went on loan somewhere else and we ended up flogging him. What a waste, because I thought, who wouldn't want to learn under Pep? Now, I think Finley Gorman, he's going to learn under Pep. And it'll take a little bit of time. I can't see him coming through. We've got so many cracking players that have come to City, gone through the EDS and have not made it. Even look at Cole Palmer. He's doing it for Chelsea. He couldn't make it at City. McAtee, playing for Sheffield United, the Premier League clubs. Okay, Cole Palmer's doing well, got into the England setup, couldn't make it at City. So the barriers are very high. Okay, it's not easy to make it at City. You saw how long it took Phil Foden to make it, and even now, he can still be in and out of the team. Same with Cole Palmer. He took 3 years, and he just decided, that's it, I want to play. So don't get your hopes up on Finley Gorman. Don't get too excited. Be excited. Absolutely be excited that we're getting another young, exciting talent. But just be prepared that we might end up selling him. We might end up selling like Cole Palmer, 40-odd million quid. A lot of players City do with their academy. I've said it many, many times. We're buying him for 1.2 million quid. We could sell him for 40 million. Even if he doesn't make it, we'll still get, I reckon, 5 or 10 million quid for him. It's very rare that we get players in and then just let them go on the cheap. I think we did let Tosin Adarabioyo go on the cheap. I think it was at 1.5 million quid to Fulham or something daft. And he's attracting interest from various clubs and he's going to go for a fair old bit of money, but good luck to the kid. But I think generally, we're going to get kids in. The longer this project goes along, the more successful we're going to be in getting the kids in, getting them in early and cheap. This kid's cost us 1.2 million. When they get a little bit older, you look at that Claudio Echeverri's costing us 20 million euros. He's 17. I mean, look, kids develop very quickly and the prices can go north very, very quickly indeed. So we're getting him at a good price. Whether he makes it, it'd be fantastic. If we sell him on, we'll make good, healthy profit on him. And that's what we do actually need. We do need the sale of players. We can't, stockpile them and hope they come through or give them away. We do need the sale of players to help bring in big money to the club. And that helps us to meet our FFP requirements, helps us to buy, helps us to, fund the purchase of other players and pay their wages. So it is essential, we do good business and get it right. And then I think with almost everybody we buy now, if we're prepared to spend 1.2 million quid on this kid, it's not actually a lot of money in the overall scheme of things for a club that's turning over 700 and odd million pounds. So it's not a lot of money, but it's a hefty sum, as I said, for a kid his age. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. I hope he has a long and successful career at City, but at 15 years old, he's got a little way to go yet before he makes that first team. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. I think we've just gone over 17,000 subscribers over the Christmas period. That's just amazing. I think that Club World Cup, our Club World Championship has helped enormously. We've got a couple of thousand subscribers since that started. That's blown my mind, guys. I don't know. And what delight. Is it the bald head? Is it the sunglasses? Is it the chat? Am I still, good enough? I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm popular, but you get a few thousand views per video. It's very, very nice indeed. So guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. We'll see you around, Blues.